on ESPN. Now, we as logical, fair-minded people recognize the completely logical existence of Ring Magazine and their championship policy. We look to them to tell us who the champions are. We're in complete agreement. However, the alphabet groups, we should be aware, still do affect the fighters and the fights themselves. So 2 weeks ago, we pointed out the bizarre ratings in the heavyweight division of the WBA. For example, from July to August, David Tua knocked out Michael Moore in one round. He dropped in the ratings from number 8 to number 9. Inexplicably, Larry Donald has won one of his last 3 fights, but he still somehow got a number 3 rating in the WBA. The resulting outcry from the fans, the fighters, the managers, and the promoters forced the WBA to rework, or vacate, as they say, their rankings.
They'll vacate anything.
It was completely indefensible. We thought it was, and it was. They said they're sorry, and they changed it. Here's the announcement in New York this past week.
The World Boxing Association has decided, based on what happened at the August convention in Washington, D.C., and various questions that have come up since then, rather than answer questions individually, it would be better to hold a forum that was open to the public and the media, which is why we're here today.
There was a technical problem in our computers, and the ranking release in August had many mistakes. That's one of the main reasons we did vacate that title, because, as I told before, we're human beings, and we made a mistake.
Yeah, it's painful to watch. I mean, is that the best you've got?
So, right. So, Brian, what was it? Human beings or computers? Everyone made mistakes.
Here's what they did. Let's point this out, because not all is well just yet. First of all, number 1, Evander Holyfield, stays there. Number 2 is vacant, ostensibly to the winner of 3 versus 4. David Tua does move up from 9th to 4th. Perfect, right? Wrong. Well, we'll get to that. First, number 8 is Kirk Johnson. Now, his people, he was number 10. They're still upset that he only moved up to 8th. He was 5th before he was disqualified in his fight against John Ruiz. From there, you can see the rest of the ratings. Not huge changes there. But let's be clear about what happened here. Now, number 3 versus number 4, Larry Donald versus Vitaly Klitschko. The winner should then become number 2. It sort of makes sense, and then fight Evander Holyfield, who's number 1. The WBA says it made a mistake. Donald drops down to number 10, but he still somehow has that fight with Vitaly Klitschko. David Tua moves up to 4th. He should get that fight. They haven't changed that, and so you can change the ratings, but the setup is still bogus.
This is 3-card Monty, because the only purpose of rankings, the only value in them, is to see who can get a title shot. So Larry Donald drops down in the rankings, Tua moves up, but Donald still winds up in a position eventually to get the title shot. It's 3-card Monty. Now, look, the WBA once again insulting our intelligence. The computer made a mistake. Every mistake got made in favor of certain promoters and against other promoters. Are you kidding? Again, do you think we're stupid? If you steal money from a bank, incidentally, them changing all these rankings around, you steal money from a bank, and then it's in the newspapers, oh, they're looking for the bank robbers, and then you put the money back. Fine, the money's back in the bank, but it's not like you ain't going to jail. You're still going to jail. The WBA has been the most egregious offender of all the sanctioning bodies recently. They're still there. This is my suggestion to them. You're busted on the Donald thing again, by the way, guys. Here's my suggestion. Put your tail between your legs and slink away, and I'll just ignore you, and everyone else will just ignore you. Keep doing these stupid, idiotic, and corrupt things, and you're going to get slammed every week by everyone.
It's an amazing thing, too, because this is in the heavyweight division. They're not sliding it by people here, but they hope to do just that. Let's go now to Teddy Atlas. Teddy, I know you've been talking about a national commission for so long, but tell me specifically with the WBA, what can be done in this specific case? Is this enough that they say, we had a computer problem, we had human error? What else can be done?
Well, first of all, throw all those computers in jail. Right now. Put them all behind bars. Get rid of all those computers.
That's the same computer that had Marciano knocking out Ali, Teddy. It happens.
Put them all behind and give them nothing but water and oil. That's all.
They like the oil. What are you talking about? The computers.
Nothing else. No, first of all, look, the only reason this is even taking place, let's be honest, let's put everything real clear. It's not like they should be even given a little credit for calling a meeting and trying to make believe they're doing things right. This is damage control. We know that. But it's only been pushed because they're a little scared. They've been pushed to the edge of the cliff. Senator McCain, who's been behind, pushing for a national commission, he sent a letter to Ashcroft, the Attorney General of the United States, about their policies, and also the head of the ABC. They sent a letter for them to look into it. So they're scared a little bit now, and this is damage control. Let's keep the heat up. Let's not stop. Let's keep banging. And instead of just cleaning their house up, you know what? Let's knock the whole damn house down.
All right, Teddy, thank you very much. You know,
The heat's on by us, by FightNews.com, guys like Scott Schaefer, by Dan Rayfield, and by the media, just shining the light on
you
this.
shine the light.